Good morning, everybody. Here with Missy Jen. Good morning, Missy
Good
Jen.
morning, Musica.
And here to do kind of a special video to cover off a few topics today. First of all, I want to address this Lacey Rocks ANON person. And a lot of people in Tucker Poon's side chat yesterday sort of noticed the frantic exchange and sort of cryptic exchange between so-called Lacey Rocks and myself on that chat room last night. And after about 10 minutes of Lacey Rocks being in Tucker Poon's chat, and Lacey Rocks suddenly getting an idea that I know who Lacey Rocks ANON is in real life, a little bit of franticness started to develop there. And then the next thing I knew, out of Lacey Rock's mouth comes a threat that in 72 hours, you're going to know what shock and awe is on your channel. Right? What do you think of that, Missy Jen? You know, because you don't know who you're playing with. This is a billionaire's game here. And this is somebody with money and resources in a magnitude that you can't even imagine on YouTube. In other words, you're a peanut in the realm of big potatoes out there. And this is sport. And a couple other things have gone on too that I just want to cover off today too. There's another, one of the weirdest things on YouTube is the people that talk to people on YouTube that you would never imagine in a million years would talk on YouTube. Now, if I told you, Missy Jen, after everything that went on over the last month or so, that last night, ANON had a telephone conversation with camper van Elvis. Not a short one, but one that went on for hours and hours and hours. You would tell me what? You must be out of your mind.
You must be
out of your mind. Yeah. But this is two people that have talked together for months and months and months. Yeah. With the big grand setup, with the big game. And every time I would mention to Elvis that, why would you ever talk to this person? Because yesterday, quite frankly, I was invited on the conversation to have a three-way phone conversation with Elvis and ANON, and I declined it. Wouldn't you? I mean, what's this? This is somebody that has spread malicious lies about a $27 cash envelope. This is somebody that has recorded and rebroadcast phone conversations with entrapping and leading questions and issues to discuss, and horrendous issues too, I might add. And, to continue talking to this person, well, this person didn't do any chargebacks on me. Well, you can see the dilemma I'm in when people say, Rosie, you ride the fence rail. I'm either in the land of morons or the land of some really sick people out there on YouTube. I haven't quite put my finger on it yet, but I can tell you this, it really is amazing to me that someone can keep talking to somebody that has done that. Now, I understand. The reality is, and there are no chargebacks yet on Super Chat. Yet Super Chat allows, as you saw this morning, I showed you, a form that allows you to claw back a Super Chat donation. And in discussing some of this stuff overnight, I come to find out that this Lacey Rocks ANON claims that this is just for shits and giggles, this whole deal, and there's no intention to charge back anything at all. And the truth is, except for some PayPal money that was given back, rightfully requested by card captor Serene, which is his right. He feels like he's seen enough and he wanted his money out. That's his call. Other than that, Nothing else has been touched on Super Chat. So you really have to think to yourself about who's playing who on YouTube and what the real game is here. And you would have to think that somebody's ultra rich, somebody that's threatened Lacey Rocks / ANON to bring the forces of hell to bear on the channel within 72 hours. You got to really wonder. I told everybody last month, Missy Jen, that whether the channel goes down or not at this point is not really a concern of mine. You know, I'll find a way to be on YouTube. It doesn't really matter. But I am determined to see this thing through and to stand up and have a backbone and say, you know, bring it on then, okay? And I don't cower from people, but yet at the end of the day, Missy Jen, you know I don't flame people. I don't curse. I don't attack people. I just listen and I talk. And like everybody else, I try to figure out what's going on. But my position is rather privy because I know both sides and I know all the parties involved in this thing. And I'll just say once again, if this whole chargeback scheme goes through, and if it means the ruination of somebody, then I can guarantee you that I will put everything that I have into the pursuit of justice outside of YouTube. And that's a guarantee. And I will videotape that every step along the way. I will sit with the lawyers. I will show the whole damn process for everybody. So Lacey Rocks, ANON, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay? That's what I said. This will be chapter 2 of the big screenplay, the big script. Wasn't written here. Address all your critique, all your commentary, all of your messages to Lacey Rocks / ANON Productions Incorporated and let them know how you feel. Of course, good luck. There's 50 Lacey Rocks floating around now here on YouTube. There'll be Prison Blues, Lacey Rocks, Lacey Rocks Prison Jumpsuit. There'll be a million accounts. Lacey Rocks Riviera Holiday, Lacey Rocks Yachting Life. There'll be a million of them out there. Just have to figure out which one's the right one. On another matter, hangouts and things like that. In discussions with some of my friends this week, and particularly my friend Ellie, who I consider a very dear friend of mine, kind of just passed the idea of having a moderator on the chats. Not a moderator in the sense of booting people, not a moderator in the sense of limiting people or being heavy-handed with a wrench, but a moderator that understands that certain things in any chat are not acceptable. And I asked Greg Campbell last night to once again pick up the wrench and understand. He understands perfectly. Greg Campbell's moderated my chats for over 2 years on YouTube. He's no newcomer to chats. And it doesn't matter whether you like Greg Campbell or not. We like Greg Campbell. Okay? He's a great friend of ours. All right? Greg Campbell understands Rosie. No matter how screwed up it is, he understands me. And he understands that the chat is meant to be a wide open chat. But there's personal information and things that should not be, there should be an attempt to remove that stuff as you would in any kind of chat. So that is why on the chat today you will see Greg Campbell with the wrench. Now, as I said before, when people get inside of a closed group, and I consider a lot of people on Tucker Poon's chat, maybe not friends, but friendly people, a lot of them. And they kind of realize on the bigger picture on the outside of those kind of chat rooms and the secret internal chat rooms and things that there's a bigger universe outside of those areas on YouTube that's measured in hundreds and hundreds of people that see what's going on and they choose to stand with us. If you follow the chat room, sometimes you would get the idea that it's, there aren't a lot of people that back me and what's going on YouTube. But in fact, there's hundreds and thousands of people that appreciate somebody that stands up, has some backbone, and also understands that in all the years that I've ever done chats on YouTube, which has been many, thousands of hours of chats here, I've never flamed anybody on YouTube. I've never cursed anybody out. I've never had a brawl with anybody on YouTube. I've never said anything hateful to anybody on YouTube on a hangout. And I'll live and die by that. But I won't live and die by people saying you don't stand up for this person, you don't stand up for that person, blah blah blah. It's not my responsibility to. Strong people stand up for themselves. They be counted. Most of the people that come on my chats are very strong people that take care of their own business. I guess I told people before, it might have been a product of my growing up, that in a street kind of area in a tough city, people got used to taking care of their own problems. Now, a lot of people realize that, and you know what? They're still friends today. They understand that it's not my job on a hangout if some interwar breaks out between a couple people. What I care about is that the YouTube terms of service rule all. But I'm not one to go in there and try to tell people, hey, calm down, take a deep breath. But what I don't do is I don't leave YouTube and I don't go tearing into the sub issues of what's behind what's going on with these people, because as Missy Jen will tell you, I'm the least nosy person on YouTube. Okay? I'm not interested in clawing into people's personal matters, personal vendettas, histories of whatever. I'm on YouTube to have fun. So I tell people, if that's the issue you have with people, don't come on the hangout. Go do your own thing. Nobody's going to bother you. Nobody's going to think less of you for it. That's the beauty of YouTube. We have that freedom to go and do our own thing. And I really like that. That's a very important component of what YouTube is all about. Okay, there's been, if you listen to some people, there's been friends lost along the way. Yes, they were. But I really question the friendship. And yet hundreds of new people come along, friends, and they see it and they get it immediately. And they're here and now. And that's what another thing I really like on YouTube. So there will be a wrench in the chat, not to muzzle people, not to silence people. I'm all about putting it out there. It's fine on YouTube. That's what it's all about, is having that good time and being able to speak freely. But freely does not mean that you venture into some areas that are really not, they're probably okay within the context of an adult rating, but still they're not very savory topics of conversation for YouTube. Now I'm going to end this note on the camper van, the Elvis. We do talk, and I'm most curious about things with the Class B camper van, the windows, the locking mechanisms on doors and things like that. And I'm one that cares about people's future on YouTube, because as much as other people have had hangouts and we need a 5150 intervention and blah blah blah, but at the end of the day, these people reveal themselves as not caring people, because they show by their actions in other chat rooms that it's all a lark. there's a guy down in Australia that holds himself out as a therapist or something, and yet, give a big grandiose speech about what you need to do and what he needs. And then in another chat room, he's just laughing about the whole thing, insulting people. This is the caliber of people that you have on YouTube. By far, it's a very small number of people. But the reality is they don't care one bit. The people that care stand up and be counted and get slapped around, and that's fine. They'll be there at the end. If there is an end game to the whole thing and everything goes to shit in the end, yeah, a couple people will still be standing up at that point in time. Okay? This isn't a game, folks. It's real life. Thanks so much for watching today, everybody, and I will see you this evening at 5 o'clock on the West Coast, 8 o'clock on the East Coast. Thank you, Missy Jen, for sitting in as usual.
My pleasure.
The wind beneath my wings. Have a great day, everybody.